Let's get started. Start with listening, and then learn new words and practice them in sentences.
Ever found yourself engrossed in a movie or a TV show and wanted to share your thoughts with someone else? Is expressing those thoughts in English a challenge? Today we're diving into the fascinating world of movies and TV shows and the language we use to discuss them. You'll discover key vocabulary for genres, plot elements, characters, and reviews. Plus, we'll tackle useful phrases for expressing your opinions and comparing different series or films. Stick around to learn how to master the art of discussing your favorite movies and TV shows in English. To start a conversation about a film or series, it's crucial to know its genre. What is a genre, you ask? Well, think of a genre as a category that a movie or TV show can be sorted into. It's a way to group films and series that share similar characteristics. For instance, a drama often revolves around intense, emotional narratives, while a comedy aims to make you laugh with humor-filled scenarios. Then we have thrillers, which keep you on the edge of your seat with suspense and unexpected twists. Science fiction, or sci-fi, transports us to futuristic worlds or explores advanced technology. And let's not forget action films, filled with exciting chases, fights, and stunts. Each genre has its unique elements, and understanding them can help you express your thoughts more clearly. So next time you're discussing a film or series, remember to consider its genre. Now that you know about genres, you can easily identify the type of movie or TV show you are discussing. A movie or show is nothing without its plot and characters. So what is a plot and who are characters? A plot is essentially the sequence of events that make up the story. It's the backbone of any movie or TV show, and the thread that ties everything together. The plot consists of several key elements, starting with the setting. The setting is the backdrop against which everything happens. It creates the world in which the characters live, and can be anywhere from a small town in the Midwest to a spaceship in a galaxy far, far away. Next, we have the conflict. This is the problem or challenge that the characters must overcome. It's the fuel that drives the plot forward and keeps us on the edge of our seats. Then comes the climax, the moment of highest tension when the conflict reaches its peak. This is often the most dramatic part of the story, where everything comes to a head and the stakes are at their highest. Finally, we have the resolution, where the conflict is resolved and the story comes to a close. This is where all loose ends are tied up and the characters find some sort of closure. Now, on to characters. Characters are the individuals who populate the story. They're the ones who experience the conflict, navigate the plot, and ultimately drive the story forward. There are three main types of characters. First, we have the protagonist, the main character around whom the story revolves. They're the one we root for, the one who faces the conflict head-on. Then there's the antagonist, the character who opposes the protagonist and often creates the conflict. They're the one we love to hate, the one who makes things difficult for the protagonist. Last but not least, we have the supporting characters. These are the other characters who help flesh out the story. They may not be at the center of the action, but they play crucial roles in the plot and help shape the world of the story. With a solid understanding of plot elements and characters, you're ready to dive deeper into any movie or TV show discussion. Ever read a movie review and wondered how to write one yourself? It's not as hard as it seems. When it comes to writing a review, the first step is to share your general impressions. Did you enjoy the movie or show? Was it thrilling, funny, thought-provoking, or just plain boring? This is your chance to let your readers know what they're in for. Next, delve into the plot, but remember, no spoilers. Discuss the story's structure, pacing, and whether it kept you engaged. Was it predictable or full of unexpected twists? Did the ending leave you satisfied or wanting more? Be sure to use descriptive language to paint a vivid picture for your readers, but avoid revealing any major plot points that could ruin the experience for them. The performances of the actors are another crucial aspect of any review. Talk about whether the actors brought their characters to life. Did they convey the emotions convincingly? Were there any standout performances that deserve special mention? Or perhaps there were some that didn't hit the mark? Be honest, but fair in your assessment. Don't forget to comment on other elements that contribute to the overall feel of the movie or show, such as the cinematography, music, and special effects. Were they effective in setting the mood and enhancing the story, or did they distract from it? Finally, wrap up your review with an overall rating or recommendation. You could use a star system, a score out of 10, or simply state whether you would recommend it to others. Remember, reviews are subjective, so it's okay if your opinion differs from others. The key is to back up your views with well-reasoned arguments. So, there you have it. A basic recipe for writing a compelling movie or TV show review. Remember to keep your language simple and clear, and most importantly, have fun with it. After all, talking about movies and shows is supposed to be enjoyable. Now you're all set to write your own movie or TV show review in English. Everyone has an opinion. The trick lies in expressing it effectively. When it comes to discussing films or series, we often find ourselves needing to articulate our thoughts, compare different works, or even engage in friendly debates. So, let's dive into some phrases and vocabulary that can help us do just that. To express your opinion, you might say something like, "In my view, the plot was a bit predictable," or "I think the characters were well developed." If you're a bit more enthusiastic, you might exclaim, "I absolutely loved the cinematography." Agreeing with someone else's opinion can be as simple as saying, "I agree with you," or "That's a good point." But to add a bit of flair, try, "You took the words right out of my mouth," or "I was just thinking the same thing." Disagreeing doesn't have to be confrontational. You could say, "I see where you're coming from, but I have a different perspective," or "I understand your point, but in my opinion, the ending was a bit cliché." Comparing films or series can be fun and insightful. You might say, "This show reminds me of another series I watched," or "The narrative style in this movie is quite similar to that of another film." And remember, it's all about sharing and understanding diverse viewpoints. So don't be shy to express your thoughts. Armed with these phrases, you can now confidently express your opinions and engage in lively discussions about movies and TV shows. We've covered a lot of ground today. Let's quickly recap what we learned. We started off by understanding the different genres of movies and TV shows, from action-packed thrillers to heartwarming romances. Next, we delved into plot elements and characters, unraveling the threads that make our favorite stories so captivating. We then moved on to reviewing like a pro, learning how to critique and appreciate the nuances of performances, scripts, and direction. We also explored expressing opinions and making comparisons, equipping ourselves with phrases to share our thoughts and discuss similarities or differences between films or series. Interactive discussions and listening exercises sprinkled throughout the journey helped us practice these new skills. So we've learnt, practiced, and are now ready to engage in lively conversations about our favorite entertainment. Now you are equipped with all you need to discuss your favorite movies and TV shows in English, so go ahead, start a conversation.
Let's learn new words and practice English at level B1. Genre. Genre, a category of artistic composition, as in music or literature, characterized by similarities in form, style, or subject matter. Example, my favorite movie genre is comedy. Plot. Plot, the main events of a play, novel, movie, or similar work, devised and presented by the writer as an interrelated sequence. Example, the plot of the film was very exciting and kept me on the edge of my seat. Character. Character, a person in a novel, play, or movie. Example, the main character in the series is very complex and interesting. Director. Director, a person who is in charge of making a film or play. Example, the director of the movie has won many awards. Review. Review, a critical article or report, especially one published in a newspaper or magazine. Example, I read a review of the film before watching it.